Hello, YouTube. Glenn Riebenstorff is my name. I live in the Bay Ridge section of Brooklyn, New York, and I have some comments I'd like to make. I have no respect for you. I know, deep down in your heart, that you know, what every human being knows, that God is. I have listened to just about every atheist that there exists, from the so-called most intelligent to the backward hat moronic fringe. Just finished listening to a couple of sentences from a man who eloquently was saying, I just received an email from somebody who wished me to find God in 2008. And he said, well, I thank you for that, and it was very kind of you. He says, but I hope that never occurs. In fact, looking at how God has acted throughout history and the kind of people he chooses, I want him to stay as far away from me as possible. You, sir, are exactly what the Bible calls a fool. Do you realize that we have to live in a world surrounded by people who are willfully rebelling against the living God? We have to see it in the news media. We have to read it in the newspapers. We have to hear it on the radio. And yet people all over the world complain about how bad things are in the world. As if God had anything to do with it. Oh, I know. The atheists love to parade themselves as the eloquent, beneficent dispensers of truth for our age, as they are now considering changing their names to the Brights. There's nothing bright about atheism or atheists. Nothing is intelligent about them. The reason I don't debate atheists is because they're moronic. And it is fruitless to try to argue people, and fruitless to debate them into Jesus' fruit and that your fruit should remain, from my perspective. The atheists think that we Christians don't understand where they're coming from. They want to drag us off into a debate in their spirited delusion that God has given them, because right out of the mouth of this gentleman, out of his own mouth came the truth of atheists. And I'm looking at this and saying, listen to this man who is saying exactly what I've been saying throughout the course of many months. He does not want to know God. He said he does not want to know God. He does not like the way God acts, which means he knows he's there. And he's very put off by the fact that the type of people God attracts. Buddy, let me give you some word of wisdom here. He doesn't want you. You don't have the stuff it takes to make up the stuff in his kingdom, a being in his kingdom. You don't have what it takes. He don't care about your intelligence. He don't care about your opinions. He don't care about your wisdom. He don't care about your viewpoints. He don't care what you think. But for some reason, in your cosmological frame of reference, it's very important for you to buy a computer, type in YouTube, get a screen name, and speak against the living God who created you in the most eloquent way you can possibly imagine. That, sir, is being a moron. From what I've seen of you, you're about 55 or 60 years old. And what have you given to society? What have you done? And who the hell are you? Even if I wasn't a Christian, I could still look at you and say you're still an idiot. Because I realized that we're living in a world filled with opinionated assholes who think that they know things about life. And I still have to, on occasion, put up and hear these moronic, bombastic, asshole pieces of garbage, which is what they are. Because if you don't like the world we live in, why don't you get off the planet? Because when I'm sick of hearing you guys mouthing off all the time. I had to listen to the atheists in the 1960s on radio programs, blah, blah, blah. Madeline Mary O'Hare didn't like prayer in the public school, speaking against God all the time, like she had an axe to grind. Shut up, lady. And you too, sir. that is a pretty good deception if you tell me something. God, enough of this garbage. This is what I do. I don't watch TV, I don't listen to the radio, and I don't care to find idiots on YouTube speaking their stupidity. I'm going to tell you something about most of you people in the world. You are just too stupid to follow Jesus Christ. He don't care about your intelligence. You're too stupid. You have to be intelligent to follow the Son of God. He don't care about your intelligence. Because the Son of God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. And let me tell you something. A being that can create the universe is pretty intelligent. He don't care about your intelligence. And only the intelligent will follow him. He don't care about your intelligence. Oh, I know, the atheist mind now is just exploding with reactions to what I just said. They're looking at every bad thing that has ever been done right now will have their place in the lake of fire. You mean to tell me that you're going to use that as an excuse for you not dealing with Jesus Christ personally, one-on-one? Why don't you get off the planet? You mean to tell me that we can't bring up the fact that there have been more real human lives destroyed with Christianity for 2,000 years, in atheism, agnosticism, and skepticism, in the 100 so years that it's been in existence? Do you know how many people have died under Jesus Christ's regime? How many people died in the living God regime? Will have their place in the lake of fire. Karl Marx viewpoint, Christianity. Would you like to know how many people have died under that philosophy and have been killed and tortured and maimed? Will have their place in the lake of fire. Many times more than materialism can ever claim. So don't give me this bullshit, because you're not fooling this moronic person here. This bright man is put off, and my mind very much gets insulted by the idiots who pass themselves off as smart atheists today. And you too, sir, who think that they can parade all this smokescreen of how people have acted in the name of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Let me ask you a question. Where are your spiritual balls to skid off the planet? It takes a smart atheist not to believe in God. In fact, it says in the book of Revelation, but the smart atheist and the unbelieving will have their place in the lake of fire. Oh, I love how these people died in Jesus Christ's regime. Atheists who may have an IQ of 190, but have the rebellious spirit of Jesus Christ, and all the rest of the countless ages of Antichrist spirited people. You have no balls. You have no fortitude. You have no courage. You have no real guts. You have no real mind. You have no real honesty. You have no real truth. You don't know what life is about. And the New Testament is clear and is right. And the fact that history, this is what bothers me the most about. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care if you're the smartest college professor. I don't care if you are in Harvard, Yale, if you are Columbia University. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how many degrees you've got behind your name. You, sir, are the biggest joke that has ever come along the scene. You've got to be an insane moron to deny it, a willful known liar. Because the fact is, we have 27 New Testament documents, and we have sources outside the New Testament, all saying, blah, blah, blah. Just because the New Testament says it, people deny it. Shut up, lady. And so people use this smokescreen as an excuse. Why don't you get off the planet? We were witnesses of cleverly devised fables, and the atheists walk away with their tail between their crack. Shut up, lady! Everybody had hallucinations. Jesus had a twin brother. When Jesus was crucified, the twin brother came around and showed himself to be alive, and people thought that he rose from the dead. This is how far people will go. They didn't have atheism and evolutionary debates on the internet, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's their mind. That's their stupid problem. And that's their willful known blindness. Listen, the facts of history are the facts of history. Are the facts of history are the facts of history. Millions in Waco, the wacko from Waco, in Waco, Texas, putting and poison. And when I listen to idiot morons like atheists talk about, they can take the Bible and rationally discuss events that they were first not there. You got to be kidding, jackass. You are a willful ultimate spiritual reality? Idiot. Oh, I see. Yeah, right. See you guys next time.